quickly talk about cultural practices or social norms that continue to normalize violence against women and girls. What are these practices? Let's quickly hear from you before we bring in the commissioner.
Okay, some of the practices that we find in our societies: why are you wasting your money training a girl child? Eventually she's going to lose that name and she's going to take another man's name, and all your investments is going to go off. Says who? I mean, we are in 2025, for crying out loud. We are not in the Stone Age anymore. At least you can see that beginning from our locality, the presenter of this particular news is a woman. We have seen people reaching out, speaking out for the cause of the women. We have women that have changed the dimensions of history. We have women that have contended with governments to ensure that the black people receive the justice that they deserve. So these norms should no longer be norms. We are looking at a Nigeria where this kind of norms become a thing of the past. That when you talk about, oh, I have only girl children, I need boys, you are looked at as if it's something. Are you still in this society? Are you still in this age and time? We need, until we normalize these things, beginning from the families, beginning from the mindset of the individuals, because we all have a role to play. What are you equipping your male child with? What kind of mindset are you giving him about the woman? Are you making him think, oh, the woman has nothing to offer to bring to the table? Is that the kind of mindset you're training your child to be? We need to do better, because each and every one of us came out from a family.
Still on our conversation, how can community leaders, religious institutions, and traditional rulers play more active roles in preventing this menace?
Thank you. So, as of last year, we had an outreach to the communities, inviting inviting the 17 chiefdoms of Abuja and every leader from the 6 area council. And when we spoke to them, what we made them know and what we pleaded with them is this. Number one, we need responses to every cases of sexual and gender-based violence. We need to let you know that this is no longer acceptable in our community, in our society. Cases like forced marriage, early childhood marriage, child bride issues is no longer a thing that should be mentioned in our society. If you love the girl, wait for her. Why? Because these are girls that end up with issues in their physical body, biological health issues. Things that some of them may not eventually survive throughout their lifetime, and they will not report these cases. And we got positive feedback. Also, the same was also repeated earlier this year, towards the end of this year, before the beginning of the 16 days of activism. These people, they play critical roles in our society. Why? Because every individual pick up their values from their community, from their immediate community. The place of a religious leader is highly important in the life of a Nigerian, because Nigerian is a religious country. It's either someone identifies as a Muslim or a Christian or a traditional practice person. Those are the 3 major religions in Nigeria. And anyone who identifies with this usually pick their value system from these communities. Secondly, the leaders at the grassroots, the traditional leaders, they are the ones who have the closest relationship with the grassroots level. If you want your message to go far and to go fast, then they need to be fully on board for this message to spread around every individual country. So the places of these leaders can never be underestimated. Thankfully, we're able to engage them, and we will still keep on engaging them because we've received support from them. The next outreach that we are carrying out at the foundation, which covers the traditional birth attendants, also has to do with people like this, because these are the women, these are the people that are in touch with the women. 60% of every Nigerian pregnant woman attends, they are the ones, they go to these people, they take their own health care from them. So they are the ones that are closest to them. They need to be taught on identifying the signs of violence, because we have heard cases of women who could have survived the being added to the mortality rate of Nigerian pregnant women. People who could have been, whose death could have been avoided, but because of sexual and gender-based violence, they lost their life. So we need to train these people hands-on on how to identify the signs, how to know when a woman is in danger and she's not speaking about it. And this is why we need to ensure that all hands is on deck to make sure that we do not have an excuse for sexual and gender-based violence.